What should I do with $20,000 sitting in my bank? What stocks look good right now? What, in your opinion, is a good amount as a retirement? What should I do after I turn 18? Does the S&P 500 actually give you 12% per year? You ever think it'll crash? Highly impossible. So on average, over the past 50 years, the S&P 500 has returned about 10%. 12% is probably the more recent years, maybe the last 10, 20 years have been about 12%. Do I think it'll crash? 1000% yes. It'll crash, it'll grow, it'll crash, it'll grow. I encourage you to take a look at the history. It'll absolutely crash. And when it does, guess who's gonna be buying a lot more? This guy. And a lot of people that are currently investing here in the community, right?
I guess you're right.
I'm lagging hard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now we're getting 30, 40 frames and we're dead. I just turned 18 and I think I should get a credit card, but my parents are against it. Well, two things. A, you're 18, you can make decisions for yourself, but you are living in their home, so it's like a delicate balance, right? So how about this? How about compromise? Fine. And ideally how you'd go about this is talk to someone that your parents trust, that they respect. Maybe it's an uncle, cousin, whoever it is, and say, hey, I'm trying to convince my parents to do so-and-so. In this case, get a credit card. So Nana, okay, hit up your Nana and be like, Nana, there is this thing called a secured credit card. And how it works is you take a cash deposit of $200-300, whatever the limit is, you give it to the credit card company and you have an agreement that says, hey, we're gonna give you this credit card. You can use it and spend up to $300. If you don't pay us back, we're gonna take that $300 deposit. And it's also gonna look bad on your credit score. How can I save money better? Here's what I want you to do, Zach. I want you to sit down, open up a spreadsheet, Google Sheets, it's free. I want you to list out all your expenses. Doesn't have to be perfect. Housing, food, transportation, phone bill. I want you to tally all that up. I want you to subtract that from your monthly income, okay? And that's the money that you have to work with. So if all of your expenses combined are more than 60% of your income, you got a problem.
I'm in danger.
Either you're spending too much money on those expenses or you don't make enough money. And having that information is so incredibly powerful, you have no idea. Because the amount of people I've coached and spoken to, they do this exercise and they realize, I'm spending that much on food? Holy crap. Get a Shoryuken here and a Shoryuken here. That's such a fun move. It's just like the ultimate uppercut. Ugh. So satisfying. I put $10,000 in NVIDIA when they split, got it at 120. What do you think it'll do? No one knows. Speculating on price in the short term is a foolish investment strategy. Don't do it. Better strategy, in my opinion, get rid of it and invest in ETFs and mutual funds instead. I have a friend who's gambled a total of $300,000 and he hasn't gotten anywhere. Yep, gambling is for chumps, man. Gambling should be entertainment only. So after you've paid for all of your stuff, you're investing your money, all that's taken care of, you have money for entertainment, buying games, going out with friends, going to the movies. If you want to gamble, that should come out of that bucket. Purely entertainment, nothing else. What stocks look good right now? I pull out most of mine because of the election. That's a bad idea. You're timing the market. Not even the billion-dollar hedge funds are good at timing the market or beating the market. So a better strategy, low-cost ETFs or mutual funds, and keep investing. Don't time the market. Just keep investing. Because you sold, what if the market does amazing because of the election, right? So don't do that. It's a bad idea. What, in your opinion, is a good amount as a retirement? Let's say at age 50, 55, or 60. That purely depends on you. How much does it cost you to live each year? That's the most important question.
Here you are trying to make me vomit.
Did I just get a 3-for? Ooh, a 3-for-1. What should I do after I turn 18? Is there anything specific? Yes. 2 things to get you started, Max. I want you to open up a high yield savings account, the one that I use. Link is in my profile. Transfer your savings there. Then I want you to open up a Roth IRA. You can do it with the same service. Start investing in that Roth IRA. Within the Roth IRA, invest in a low-cost index fund. Get that going. You will thank me when you're older. As I'm 18 in Ontario, how much money would I need to have to retire by 30? So I need to know, how much money do you need to live each year? You're 18 and you want to retire by 30. So roughly 10 years. And the number I'm trying to find here is, so you have $100,000. If we multiply that by 25, you'll likely need about 2.5 million. So $14,000 per month for 10 years. 10% return. This is assuming the stock, you're gonna get a 10% return from investing in the stock market as a whole. S&P 500, something like that. The reason why it's this number is there's this rule called the 4% rule. The 4% rule says you can withdraw 4% of this money and it should last you at least 30 years. I've seen data that will suggest it lasts forever, assuming the market conditions are like this. Aim for 2.5 million at least. But you're gonna have a family and those expenses are gonna go up. Just keep that in mind. But don't be discouraged. Now you have the data. Now you're not walking around blind being like, yeah, I'll retire at 30. I guess I'm saving $500 a month. Should be fine. Should I transfer previous employer 401k into a traditional Roth or IRA? If you have a traditional 401k, I personally wouldn't convert that into a Roth IRA. Why? Because you're gonna pay taxes on that. So usually, if you have a traditional 401k, pre-tax traditional 401k, usually the play is convert that, roll that over to they call it a rollover IRA, but essentially it's a traditional IRA. It's another pre-tax bucket. So pre-tax bucket to another pre-tax bucket.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
If I want to invest $200 a month, what ETFs/stocks do you recommend? I'm in my 20s. I can't give you personalized investment advice. I can't tell you exactly what stocks you should buy, but I think everyone, doesn't matter what your age is, can greatly benefit from low-cost index funds. Having a solid foundation in low-cost index funds is the way to go, in my opinion. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Oh jeez. Any tips for somebody in early 20s trying to buy a house in this crazy market?
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Yes, renting is not a waste of money.
Are you actually saying that?
In most places in this country, it is cheaper to rent, really is. And as long as you're investing the money you save, because remember, is mortgage the only thing you're paying when it comes to owning a home? It's not. You're paying for property taxes, homeowners insurance, potentially private mortgage insurance, maintenance, repairs. You're paying for all sorts of stuff. You don't pay for any of that when you're renting. So you are going to save money when you rent, generally speaking, as long as you're not trying to live like downtown LA or something crazy, you know? Be reasonable, take your time, don't rush into it, don't go house broke. And the best thing you can possibly do is focus on increasing your income. Everyone tries to cut their expenses, but it's like there's only so much you can cut. You still want to roughly enjoy yourself now, right? You don't want to just cut, live like a homeless person. What should I do with $20,000 sitting in my bank? That better be a high yield savings account. Better not be Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, or a crappy credit union. If so, move it to a high yield savings first. From there, open up a Roth IRA, max that sucker out. Keep enough money in that high yield savings for emergencies, ideally 6 months of expenses. Can you get a business loan without any revenue? Potentially, but the lender is gonna want some kind of collateral. My advice, if you're gonna start a business, do not take out a loan. You wanna be investing time. Here's what you should do. Get a job that pays well. That takes time and that's okay. On the side, work on your business. You don't borrow money from a bank. You use money from your paycheck, pump it into your business, a reasonable amount. Again, you wanna invest time first, okay? Find your customers, build your product, whatever you gotta do. Don't worry about the LLC, don't worry about the business credit card, don't worry about any of that shit. Just get your business running, make money, find customers, then you can worry about all those logistics afterwards. Eventually, you can quit your job and work on your business. That's exactly what I did, literally, step by step. Worked on it for 4 years, 5 years, and then eventually left my job.
But it's hard.
I'm very satisfied with my job, minus the fact I'm considered lonely by most. Well, who cares what other people consider? Do you feel lonely? Do you guys want to know an awesome superpower you can learn in life? Not giving a shit what people think about you. It is the biggest buff you can possibly obtain in life. And if you want to supercharge that buff, being able to say no.
No.
And not feeling bad about it is a superpower. It feels amazing. How to network for a job? Okay, here's what you do. If you're in school, go to clubs, make friends. That is going to be your network because those people, they're going to graduate or you're going to graduate. Y'all are going to get jobs. Once you're in, you can be like, hey, I have a resume, someone that I have worked with in school projects, courses, stuff like that. I think he'd be an awesome fit. Can we at least interview him? I can't tell you how many job interviews I've gotten just off that. Internal referral, okay? So going to school, going to college, that's big. Joining clubs, all that stuff. Even fraternities if you want, as long as you're not getting too rowdy. Such a sick boss fight, man. Ooh, that hurt a lot. Let's go. Oh, okay. Get up, heal. Couple more hits. One more hit. He's done. We got this. All right. Radon is done.